Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can synchronize our Unreal Engine project with a remote repository for free. And we're going to be doing this with Azure. So when I was just recently deploying some code to Azure, I basically come across their Azure DevOps, and what I found is that they have this unlimited cloud-hosted private Git repos for your project. And the key thing here is that it's unlimited, which is pretty great. Because if you, for example, push your Unreal Engine code to GitHub, you'll find that it's quite large, and typically you'll have to pay a monthly subscription fee. So typically I just had my repository set up locally, so I didn't actually push it to a cloud repository. And with Azure, we're able to push now our code to this remote repository for free, and this is pretty much a must if you're trying to collaborate with some other team members, right? So if you're collaborating, this will be the perfect solution for, early stage projects, because again, this is free. So I've sort of documented some of the steps on this post, but it's relatively straightforward. What you'd have to do is register with Azure. I would also suggest that you set up SSH authentication for getting your project configured. And once that's done, it's live and you can start connecting your project with Azure repos. Okay, so when you've registered with Azure and signed in, what you'll want to do is create a new organization. This doesn't really require much information. In fact, I think it just required a name. And inside that organization, which you can also consider like a tenant or something as well, we'll want to create a new project. And inside that project is where we'll find the repo, right? So to configure with this repo, there'll be some instructions on this board. So for example, when you haven't got any files, it'll actually tell you the commands that you'll need to execute in order to push your code here. And in terms of authentication, I'll link the getting started guide on that as well. So basically, it will be via SSH authentication to integrate with Git. So in terms of pushing your code, so essentially we've got it in here. So for example, I'll be able to just put git commit, work in progress, push some code. I'm not going to make any particular interesting commits here, but you can see it's going to be synchronizing and it's going to be pushing that, and it's actually connected right to here as well. So and now obviously other people will be able to pull those changes as well, which is why it's a must for team collaboration, right? So that's ultimately it. There is one more other interesting feature as well. So it will actually come with the boards as well. So if you're familiar with these task boards and things like that, so Jira, it's kind of like that, but the Azure version. So I'm gonna try and start using both of these from Azure. So these are very nice and useful features. So yeah, that's the end for this video, and stay tuned for more. Thanks. Bye.